That really does look like an eared grebe, which is not common around here. It's a juvenile pied build. Man, I got really excited for a second.
Oh, it's a deception.
The deception. What's up, guys? Welcome to a I've Been Tricked episode. So we're back at my favorite place, Lake Roberts. It's the only lake anywhere near my house, and it survived the fire. Very excited about that. We are here today because I want to see what kind of birds are left after the fire. I want an osprey, which I've already heard, and also we're here today because we're testing out this big guy. So PGYTech sent me this big beautiful bag. They asked me if I wanted to try out their new Pro wildlife bag. So the only question I had for them was, can it fit a 500 fully attached? And they said, why, yes it can. And I said, okay, I would like to try this. So we are here, we're trying this. That is a turkey vulture, that is not an osprey. I've been tricked again. We're gonna talk some more about this. This bag, this video is definitely sponsored, so huge shout out to PGYTech for just supporting the channel. And hopefully, I know a lot of you guys that have bigger lenses have issues with finding bags that can not only fit your camera proper, like still attached and all that with your big lenses, but also be comfortable. So we're gonna talk about all that stuff. I'm gonna go over some of the stuff for the bag. I wanna get off this cliff and get to my osprey viewing spot, and we're gonna get comfortable, and then we'll go over there and we'll see what we see on the way. I love that tree. Well, made it to my osprey spot. I'll go ahead and hang out, get situated. I did just see and hear a whole bunch of spotted sandpipers flying by. So it already must be a little early migration, fall migration, because they don't stay here. So that's kind of cool. All right, so let's go over some of the stuff with the bag real quick so that I can pay attention to osprey. Yeah, like I said, you guys know if you follow the channel, I have a lot of bags, but I don't have any actually that are readily capable and like ready-made to handle a big prime lens. So that's definitely my interest for doing stuff like this. Like when I have to hike over cliffs and all that kind of stuff, like I don't want my camera out, and I want a bag that's comfortable and secure. So right off the bat, I'll tell you one of the things that I love about this bag is the back bit. This is very, it's their Aris frame, and it's very backpack-like, you know, like traditional, proper, supportive backpacking. The strap's really robust, the waist strap really robust, so it does a really good job at keeping all of this weight off of my broken shoulders. And I really appreciate that. So right off the bat, this was the first thing that I noticed when I put it on, was how comfortable it was, how comfortable the straps are, and how comfortable the back pad is. And of course it's adjustable, so your frame size, although if you're camera lady size, this this bag is bigger than she is, so if you're a small person, this is, just be aware, this is a very big bag. But it is adjustable. All right, so we'll go over the outside first since we're here. So we'll go with the sides here. We got lots of clips and like the military webbing and all that stuff, so you can clip whatever you want on here. And then it's got these guys, so you can have your big beefy tripods, which, you know, I don't own a big beefy tripod. I got this guy. It's my little ground pod here for stuff like this. Good for filming. But yeah, this thing can accommodate a very large tripod. And then what's cool is I got my rain shell stuffed in here, and these pockets are ginormous. Like, there's all kinds of stuff you can put in here, like, but all I need is that rain shell. And then I love that I can still fit a water bottle or a tripod or whatever. That coot is like right there. And then on this side, I've got my pad. I really like this pad. This is something I think I picked it up from REI a while back. But what I like about this pad, we're taking a tangent real quick because this is all about wildlife, you know. So I like that this is a chair, and bam, there it is. There's a chair. I can sit in it. But then I can also undo these and then have a 3/4 pad layout, you know, so I can lay down if the ground is yucky or whatever. So that's just my pad, and it's real light.
On the chair and go through the bag.
Yeah, I could sit on the chair and go through the bag. I'll just use it as a pad like that. There we go. Oh, my knees are not feeling this. Oh yeah, the other thing I'm going to mention, camera lady, can you see that right there? This business. So this is part of the frame. Runs solid frame running through there. This is aluminum, so it's super light. But this is what gives it its rigidity. So like when I'm hiking around on the cliffs and stuff, just flew right past us. It doesn't, I noticed that even with the weight and stuff, it stays pretty on me. I don't feel like it's controlling me. So that's a good feeling. And then the outside is, it's all weather resistant. I don't know what the rating is, but it's weather resistant, and I've had it in a couple of sprinkles and stuff so far. So we'll go on the inside here. Oh yeah, and then we got this little pouch here, which you can just have snacks or batteries or whatever in there. Okay, so some things that I like that set this bag apart from anything that I've seen putting big lenses in here. They've got this padding that runs all along here to protect, since you may set it down the other way. If you set it down on this side, then you got this padding right here that protects the bulk of that. Here's your rain shell if it gets really bad. So then I like how all of this stuff is modular, so we can take any of this stuff out and move this around. We can move this down. We can move these down, take these off if we wanted to. So we can move all of that stuff around based on how we want to put this. So if we take this out, I could take this whole thing out, and then I have a little more room here. The other option is that you can put this thing back in. If you have a smaller camera that can fit here, you can move this stuff down. This comes with an insert right here that will make this a separate section. And then so your camera gear could be here, and then your jackets and snacks or whatever could be up here. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that I really like is these modular little compartments here. So like I got my teleconverter in here. These will also fit like most lenses, like 70 to 200. So if I needed to put an extra camera body like my R8 and like a wide angle kit or something, it'll fit those in there. So then we've got these guys. So these are the nice big lens protective business here. And we can take those out or move them around or whatever based on if you have like a bigger lens than this 500. So this will fit a 600 f4 in here, and I think that's really cool. I don't know though if it'll fit it like lengthwise. My 500 is very similar to an RF 600 f4. With the 600 you might have to take these guys out, but it should fit just fine. I will note right here that it does fit, you know, completely, totally fine right there with my camera attached with my 500, but it will not fit if I had my teleconverter on there. It sticks out too much for this to shut. So the sacrifices I would have to make is either the teleconverter stays separate, or I'd have to take my lens hood off and flip it around. Either which is not a huge deal for me. I do also appreciate the webbing right here for when I want to put like if I want to put my camo, my ghillie suit or anything like that right there. It's got attachment points everywhere. So if you needed to strap like a tent or something to the bottom, you can do that. And it comes with its own strappy things like these, but there's more of them. And so you could strap a tent or chair or pad or whatever to these guys here. They're all on the bottom right there. So we've got plenty of attachments. I also really appreciate the thickness of the bottom of this bag so that it can stay standing if I wasn't on an incline. But the thickness of the bag I really appreciate. All right, so I think that's about most of it. I'm actually gonna see, let's get the camera out and I'm gonna get set up and see what we can see this evening. I don't even know, what time is it? It is 10 after 6, so we've got about an hour and a half until we got a big storm back there, Brittany. Well, we're gonna see what we see, and then oh yeah, I wanted to show you the new camera straps that they sent me too, but I don't have those with me. So let's hang out here, see if I see any cool birds, and then I'll show you guys some of the others. Oh, they're coming in hot. Wow, what is that? Turkey vulture again. Which they're cool, but yeah, osprey, ducks. Okay, we ran out of light the other day for you just a few seconds ago, but I told you I wanted to show you their new strap that they sent me too. I got it in here somewhere. Oh yeah, I'll show you the old strap too so you can see a comparison. There we go. Let's see. So this is their old strap, and it's pretty normal for strappy business. And then they've got a very similar thing to straps you might have used before. So their little quick release system there. And then, so this is their new strap. This is their Pro strap, and already it's got some big beefiness going on here. I haven't been using this part. So what this allows me to do, is that a quail or is that squirrels? I think it's a squirrel. There's Montezuma quails out here. Okay, that's a squirrel. That's definitely a squirrel. All right, so we got this on like this, nice and padded here. We've got this business that moves up and down. And then we've got one quick release on each thingy there. And it's attached to a very similar Arca Swiss square plate that's pretty common. So, which is good because this works with all of my Arca Swiss and my capture clips and all that kind of stuff. So here it is. This is pretty nice for, like, this is just my walk around, exploratory, hiking, wildlife setup. I've got my 1 to 400, which is nice and light, and just to be able to hang it there and then, you know, walk around and quickly be able to shoot some wildlife in the face. And as a guy with messed up shoulders, I do appreciate how comfortable and wide this strap is up here. So one more thing is this has a little locking button right here that you can click, and when you press it, it locks this strap so that you can't move it. And then you can press this big button right here to be able to shorten and move it around like that. And then you can, when you hold that in, see now it locks. So that's pretty cool. All right, totally forgot to film an outro out there because I'm a genius, the best YouTuber ever. A couple final thoughts on the bag. After hiking with it, I've had it for, I don't know, over a month now, and doing some longer hikes and stuff like that with some weight, it still just feels absolutely super comfortable. One thing that I noticed about it that I like a lot is how streamlined it is, and it doesn't, it's kind of narrow, and it doesn't stick out, you know, back here a lot. And I really have come to appreciate that it's longer rather than wider. I think that's what's kind of, for me and my build and everything, that's what's been lending to not being so like top heavy and feeling like I can't control myself and stuff like that. Like it feels good because it's slimmer on me. So I appreciate that. One more thing about the straps too is they also sent me this strap. So that's their like dual strap master. And I haven't, full transparency, I haven't used that one yet. I'm not sure if that one, it's probably not something that I'll need, but I can see that being really popular for events, weddings, sports, anything where you have, you know, you don't want to be changing lenses, but you've got multiple bodies. I'm going to have links for all of this stuff down below, and there should be a discount code with that as well. If you have any questions about the bag or the straps or anything, whatever, just leave those in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. Hopefully that helps you out if you're looking for a bag that can handle a big lens or just something that's super comfortable that can accommodate a lot of gear. All right, it's definitely chai time. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.